Any tips on running a pre-written campaign as opposed to a homebrew non-pre-written? Tips on running a pre-written campaign as opposed to a homebrew? Don't be afraid to homebrew. With written campaigns, obviously they try to account for everything that your players do, but in my experience, they always do something that you're not prepared for. And so just be okay with changing things up. I think that's probably my biggest tip. I think a lot of people, from what I've seen in creating adventures and creating campaigns in pre-writtens, is that they get really tied to the story that's already written. It helps to have a conversation with your players to say like, hey, help me fill out this story and help me get to A to B to C, because I think it'd be easier for all of us. And that'd be a good conversation in session 0. But if they don't do that and they seem to go off the wall on other things, and things happen due to choices in previous segments, then be okay with changing the end just a little bit to fit. A lot of videos that I've seen and I agree with is that you don't need to read the entire adventure before you start. It helps for sure to know where everything is, but you don't need to. And so if you start reading one part and you start playing things out, go with how you feel and what you enjoy and how the story's progressing kind of on your own. And then as you're reading forward into the next adventure, just find ways you can kind of tweak it and say like, okay, well, this part doesn't really fit where the players are going now. And so I'm just gonna take this, put it over here, and then tweak it just a little bit. If you go an entire module adventure without having to change anything, like, props. Like, honestly, your players are great. They are fantastic at picking up social cues and adventure quests, and I commend you and your players for that. I think it's awesome. So I think that would be my tip for that.